Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the world's oldest and most fascinating philosophies, Buddhism. With over 520 million followers, it's the fourth largest religion, but it's so much more than that. So, let's get into some mind-blowing facts you probably didn't know. First up, who is the Buddha? His real name was Siddhartha Gautama, and he was born around 563 BCE in what is now Nepal. And get this, he was a prince. He lived a life of complete luxury, shielded from all the world's troubles. But at age 29, everything changed. He ventured outside the palace and witnessed what are known as the four sights: an old man, a sick person, a dead body, and a peaceful monk. These encounters shook him to his core and ignited his quest for the truth about suffering. The title Buddha isn't a name, it means the awakened one, a title he earned much later. After leaving his palace, Siddhartha spent 6 years practicing extreme self-denial. He nearly starved himself to death, believing that harsh discipline was the path to liberation. But he realized that this, just like his life of luxury, was an extreme. He discovered what he called the middle way, a balanced path between indulgence and self-mortification. At age 35, while meditating under a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India, he finally achieved enlightenment. And here's a cool fact. That site is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and a tree grown from a cutting of the original Bodhi tree still stands there today. So, what did he actually teach? The core of his teachings can be summed up in the Four Noble Truths. First, life involves suffering, which is a universal experience. Second, this suffering comes from our cravings and attachments. Third, and this is the hopeful part, suffering can end. This state of ultimate peace is called nirvana. And fourth, the way to end suffering is by following the Noble Eightfold Path. This path is a practical guide to living ethically and mindfully, covering everything from right view and right intention to right speech and right mindfulness. If you were to look for the middle of a key Buddhist text, like the Dhammapada, you'd land on chapter 13, titled The World. But the most famous verse, which beautifully summarizes the entire philosophy, is this: to avoid all evil, to cultivate good, and to purify one's mind. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. It's simple, powerful, and straight to the point. Now, you might be surprised to learn there isn't just one type of Buddhism. The two main branches are Theravada and Mahayana. Theravada, or the Way of the Elders, is the oldest school and is most common in countries like Sri Lanka and Thailand. Its followers aim to achieve personal enlightenment, becoming an arhat. Mahayana, or the Great Vehicle, is more widespread in China, Japan, and Korea. It introduces the ideal of the bodhisattva, an enlightened being who postpones their own nirvana to help every other being on earth achieve it. And did you know? Popular practices like Zen and Tibetan Buddhism are actually offshoots of the Mahayana branch. Let's wrap up with some rapid-fire, mind-blowing facts. First, Buddhism is non-theistic. There is no creator God. The focus is entirely on self-liberation through your own efforts. Second, it teaches rebirth, not reincarnation. The difference? There's no permanent, unchanging soul that moves from one body to the next. Instead, your consciousness is reborn based on the karma you've accumulated. Also, that chubby, laughing Buddha you've seen everywhere? That's not Siddhartha Gautama. That's a beloved 10th century Chinese monk named Budai, who is a symbol of happiness and abundance. And one last incredible detail: the Buddha taught for 45 years, walking thousands of miles across India, but he never wrote a single word down. All of his teachings were memorized by his followers and were only written down about 400 years after his death. It's an amazing testament to the power of oral tradition. I hope you found these facts as fascinating as I do. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of Buddhism, please hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching.